Hello, this is Ben Arnold, Executive Director and Industry Analyst for Consumer Technology at the NPD Group. And today we're talking about virtual reality. Virtual reality is one of those categories in consumer electronics which has been driven by the introduction of new hardware, new designs, new form factors on the market, and we see sales kind of peak around those introductions of new products. And so as I think about this market over the last 4 or 5 years, it's very much been about kind of an evolution in the hardware and the products. When we look at 2022 sales, and we have sales through November for 2022, revenue is actually down 1%. And that is not surprising if you think about the very strong triple digit sales growth year that VR had in 2021. The fact that we saw prices rise in the second half of 2022, I think that held back some demand. But also very strong comparisons to Black Friday last year, the holiday period last year. So the success of the category was really, really strong in 2021. And I think matching that level of volume would be difficult this year. The other piece of that is the Quest 2 has been on the market now for a third holiday. The PSVR has been around for a while now. So I think some of the products on the market today have been on for a while, have matured a bit. One thing that we're seeing in our data, in our checkout data, on a sort of consumer level, is that spending among older consumers has increased on VR. And consumers 45 years old and older now account for 46% of VR category spending, and that's up from about a third just a year ago. So there's been a pretty noticeable increase in how much older consumers are spending on VR. Of course, some of that is gifting, but I do believe that as this category matures and there are more applications and awareness grows amongst consumers of VR, that it brings in maybe a little bit of a non-traditional consumer, not necessarily that early technology adopter, but somebody who's older. And so that's something that's coming through in our checkout data. And then lastly, something that I think is contributing to the sales situation is maybe some demand being held back in anticipation of new products. And we have a release date for the PSVR 2. Again, as I said earlier, a lot of products on the market now have been on the market for a little bit of time. And so some people might be waiting on the sidelines before they jump into the market or jump back into the market, particularly people who own PlayStation 5s. I'm sure are waiting for the new PlayStation VR headset to come out. So there's never a dull moment in the VR category, and there are a lot of interesting things to look forward to in 2023 and 2024. Certainly a lot of attention will be paid to VR at CES this year, and we look forward to all of that. Thank you very much for tuning in.